Hi lovely people. Today we're going to be talking about the 6 blogging tools new bloggers need for their blogs. And no, you don't need 20 tools, and if anyone tells you differently, they are not being completely honest with you. But I digress. That is another conversation for another day. So let's get right into it. So number 1 on the list is having a web host, and it's the most obvious one, because you can't have a blog without a host, and pretty much web hosts just are homes for your site. And a web host takes on a majority of the responsibility for your site. However, you can choose the theme and the design and layout for your website when it comes to that. However, you do want a self-hosted web host, and you want it to have 99% or higher uptime. This really affects your blog traffic and who is going to stay on your page if your uptime is good. If your website is always down or getting maintenance done or anything like that, then people aren't going to come back to your website. So just keep that in mind. And you also want to make sure that your web host has good customer service, because they are in charge of fixing any technical difficulties or technical issues when something does go wrong with your blog. So it's really important that they have these 3 things that I just mentioned, and you find that out by doing your research. Number 2 on the list is stock photos. And you may be wondering, like, when it comes to photos, can't I just go on Google and use those photos that I see on Google Images? No, absolutely not. And this is because it's more of a legal issue, because if you don't have permission to use those photos that you see on Google Images and someone finds their image on your website, they have the right to sue you, and most can and most will. So that is why stock photo sites are a must, because the photographers or the artists hand over their rights to the stock photo company in order for other people that subscribe to their memberships to use them. So when they do that, you can then have less worry and less issues when it comes to being in legal situations. That really helps, take the pressure off you, and it really helps you focus on other things rather than worrying about if someone's going to sue you because you're using their photo without permission. So if you do use someone's photo, like on social media, for a piece of your content, make sure you do ask for permission if you really want to go that route. And when they give you their permission, just take a snapshot. What is this? Just take a screenshot of the conversation, of them telling you they gave you permission, or keep some type of record just to save your ass, because people are unpredictable, and you never know what's going to happen. So it's better to be safe than sorry, and just to protect yourself and your business. So always keep records when it comes to asking people for permission to use their work, so you can't get sued in the future. So I used deposit photos, and that's one of my recommendations. However, if you're worried about paying for a stock photo membership, you can go to pexels.com, and you can find some free stock photos that you can use for your images as well, if you don't want to spend the extra money. However, I do highly recommend deposit photos, and had no issues with them, and they are a really good company to go with. So number 3 on the list is your graphic design tool. And for me personally, I use and love Canva Pro. I have been using Canva for almost 7 years now, and I have not had a need to look for another graphic design tool or the want to do that. So I'm very happy and I highly recommend it. So if you want to look at Canva and their website, I will list it down below in the description, and you can decide for yourself if it's the right fit for you. Canva is a great option because not only does it have options for photos that you can use for your website or social media platforms, it's very easy to navigate and it's very easy to use for beginners. And if you ever do need help figuring something out, you can just Google it or go on YouTube and you will find your answers, and it's as easy and as straightforward as that. They do have layouts and templates already set up for all social media platforms. That includes Pinterest, YouTube, Instagram, and things like that. And it makes it easier for you to find what you're looking for, and it takes a lot of the guesswork out of creating your designs, which is great. So for an example, let's say I want to create my own YouTube thumbnail. I would go to Canva, and you will see the first thing that pops up is the search bar, and literally all you have to do is type in YouTube thumbnails and click on it, and it will give you the dimensions and everything's already set up. And once you click enter, you will see YouTube thumbnail templates at your disposal, and you have the option to choose from one of those templates or just create a blank one and start from scratch. However, if you are a little worried about creating your own graphic design and your own images, I completely understand. And one way you can solve this problem is by going to Fiverr.com. Fiverr is an amazing place for freelancers to provide their services, and one of the services they provide is creating graphics for any of the social media platforms available. So you have a lot of options when you go on Fiverr. If you don't want to go the route of creating your own graphics, this can be a great alternative, and I highly recommend. And all you have to do is really find someone on Fiverr that you feel like could, give you what you want, and just find a person whose work that you like and admire. Just contact them, and then the rest is history. You have someone to design your images and your graphics for you if you don't want to. So there's always options, and that is one of the options. So number 4 on the list is Grammarly. Grammarly is a online spell checker, punctuation, grammar checker that you can use when you're writing your blog posts, emails, anything like that. Pretty much Grammarly can assist you in any writing projects that you have. All you have to do is download the Grammarly application onto your computer and enable it, and from there you are good to go. And this can also help you with creating Instagram posts, and when you're writing your YouTube descriptions on YouTube, the titles and everything and anything that includes writing, you can use Grammarly for, which is great. And I use Grammarly as well, and I have been for over a year, and I have seen great results, and it makes me feel more confident in my writing and when I produce content for my blog. So getting a online writing editor for your content is a must, and it's always a good idea because, as humans, we make mistakes and we sometimes overlook errors, which is completely normal, but I would rather just have like that second opinion or that backup option besides my own 2 eyes, and it helps a lot. So getting any type of online editor, even if it isn't Grammarly, is just a great idea to make your content better and just to improve your overall quality of your website. So just keep that in mind. So number 5 on the list is a SEO tool, and pretty much a search engine optimization tool is just a tool that gives you suggestions as to how to structure your content when you are writing your blog post, and pretty much it helps you rank on Google or Bing, and it's something that can guide you along and really help you create good quality content when it comes to, you know, upping your SEO strategy and your content marketing and things like that. The one that I use is Yoast SEO, and I love Yoast because I've been blogging for almost 2 years now, and I've been using the free version of Yoast SEO for 2 years, and I haven't had to pay a penny, obviously. If it's free, I haven't paid a penny, but it's been free and it's been great, and I highly recommend that option for you if you do want to save money and you don't really feel like spending a lot of money on an SEO tool. Yoast SEO is a great starter tool, and not only that, it's a great tool in general, in my opinion. So I would check that out if I were you, and just do your research. And then there's also other options that you can choose from as well. Another popular one is Rank Math, and I've heard really good things about Rank Math. So it just depends on what you're looking for and what you think feels right to you when it comes to choosing your SEO tool. So just keep that in mind. And then number 6 on the list is, last but not least, you do want legal pages on your website, especially if you're like selling products and, you know, taking down credit card information. You want legal pages and your cookie page set up on your website. And if you have no idea what any of this is, and you're not a lawyer or anything like that, and you didn't go to law school, it could be daunting. And if you don't have the money to hire a personal lawyer to do this and to create your legal pages for you, you can go to a service called Termly.com. And through Termly, they give you the legal pages that you need for your website, the terms and conditions, the cookies, the just things like that that you need for your website. I am not a legal person, so I don't know the jargon and everything for that. I will be 100% honest about that. However, when I did do my research and I looked at what Termly provides, I felt like it was the right fit for me, so I do use Termly as well. And it's not to say that you will always need a service like this for your website. As you start making more money, you will be able to afford to hire an actual attorney and just to get advice from an actual attorney. However, when it comes to the basics that you need and the fundamentals that you need for your website, going with Termly or another legal pages generator is always a good idea. Like I said before, it's better to be safe than sorry, and you want to protect yourself. So by doing this and looking up any legal page generator is going to be a good investment and a good idea for you and your website. So just keep that in mind. If you're a new blogger and you want to take your blog more serious, I would highly recommend looking into this option. So that is all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye.